Rare historical photos you've never seen, the last one will leave you speechless. Nurses in Training USA 1942, women between front and home. Preparation that also saves lives. Hollywood, 1940s to 50s, young Monroe in white, the era's image of femininity. Soldier of the Future, Life, 1959, helmets and exoskeletons for the 21st century, not every dream landed. 1953, On Set in a Boat, black swimsuit, a take between scenes before the Oscar nod. Messerschmitt, After the War, 1954, From Fighters to Three-Wheelers, a factory retooled for peace. Prohibition, Cane Flask, USA 1922, Ingenuity Against Bans. Princess Elizabeth, Swimming Award, London, 1939, a school medal on a royal lane, monarchy made closer by a single badge. 1998, Brittany Murphy, an early frame where the gaze already feels grown. 1980, Minsk motorcycle, two-stroke freedom, a simple engine for long roads. 1967, American Airlines flight attendant, a uniform cut to match the jet age optimism. 1942, American Gothic reimagined, models beside the myth, everyday life next to an icon. 1956, Monroe Miller wedding, a single frame that became world press currency. Youth at the dawn of an era. Winter Courtyard, where snow sculpts its own statues. USSR women's volleyball, 1982. Karpal, Discipline and Thrill, where Uralochka's gold was forged. Tomsk, 1939. Pre-war athlete beauties, strength and dignity on the eve of the storm. Air New Zealand, 1960s. Aviation as a celebration, smiling uniforms and faith in a bigger future. Most revealing? For a senior royal in the 1990s? Arguably yes. Moby the sperm whale at the dentist, Florida, 1964. Even ocean giants need checkups. A reminder that health outlives myth. Punk with a Wreath for Diana, 1997. Spikes beside roses. Mourning dissolves lines between subculture and monarchy. Oded Fehr with Horus the Falcon, The Mummy Returns, 2001, Props That Breathe. A living bird deepens the on-screen myth. Shoebill in a nurse's bathtub, Berlin, 1945. A zoo rehoused in apartments. War moved animals like people to survive. Victorian prosthetic hand. Metal learning to be fingers. Engineering bravery arrived before comfort. Halloween, 1930s. The holiday before pop culture. Children's masks were darker than any treats. Demolition of the Ipatiev House, Sverdlovsk, 1977, an excavator in the frame of memory, a spark for debates on erasing history. John F. Kennedy minutes before the assassination, 1963, one last bright ride, a nation pausing in an open car. Miner and Nature, Novokuznetsk, 1991, hard labor on a Siberian postcard, a farewell to an industrial age. Beatlemania and Doctors, USA, 1964. Music to the point of fainting. A generation measured in shrieks and smelling salts. Peter Freuchen and Dagmar, Denmark, 1947. A polar myth with domestic warmth. A family portrait where legend smiles human. Titanic anchor chain workers, 1910. Human scale beside giant links. Ocean records began by hand. Kabul's stylish youth, mid-1970s denim and smiles in the streets. A forgotten chapter before the rules changed. Lady Gaga, Before Fame, 2004. A raw frame, years before the armor of pop iconography. Wayne as the Easter Bunny, 1972, homemade whimsy over studio polish. Joy First. Allison Hayes in a 1950s classic shot, sculpted glamour meeting the era's soft light. Judy Garland's screen test for The Wizard of Oz, 1938, 16 and already carrying a studio's dream. Annie Oakley with a rifle gifted by Buffalo Bill, 1922, a legend photographed with another legend's tribute. Van Palm, Singapore 19th, Leaves on One Plane, Nature as Graphic Design, a living canteen for travelers. Gertrude Ederle, 1926, first woman to swim the channel faster than the men, endurance as a manifesto. Norwegian bridal crown silver pendants chime to ward off evil, a symbol of maidenhood often shared and borrowed. Life magazine, 1969. Arena humor, with changing safety standards, wit of the era meets new rule. 1910, Asylum. A straw groom, silent hunger for love. 1974, England. A preacher among nudists, the lines are melting. 1950s, United States. First television, breath held at the screen. 1939, Nepal. A Mercedes for the king. Porters over the Himalayas. 1926, United States. Charleston on ice. Feathers. Laughter. The Roaring Twenties. 1924, Philadelphia. Miss America Ruth. Sleep and sobriety as a creed. 1958, New York. Four hard hats at height. The city keeps rising. 1918, Seattle. No mask. No entry. The Spanish flu sets city rules. 1941, USSR. Worn point shoes, young faces, art holds on before the storm. 1960, Woodstock. Freedom from norms, the music rewrites the rules. A protest in shades, the frame is calm, the message isn't. 1958, London. The first striptease, a taboo starting to crack. More unseen moments are coming. Subscribe to catch them.